Hi everyone, so today's video is going to be my top 5 contour palettes. I already did my top 5 eyeshadow palettes. I'll link it down below for you if you have not already seen it. I wanted to do a series of these and it will be individuals eventually, but I wanted to do face palettes first. I'm going to do eyeshadow palettes, my contour palettes, which is today. Then I'm going to do blush palettes and miscellaneous, I think. It just depends on how it goes, but then I'll go into singles and we'll do bronzers and blushes and highlights and individual shadows and things like that. If it keeps going really well, we'll just kind of roll with it. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you'd like to see my top 5 contour palettes, just keep on watching. So these top 5 are in no particular order. This is just off the top of the stack and I will go through them and explain why I really like them and why I have them in my collection. I have one honorable mention that is like a number 6, but I don't want to add it in my like holy grail top 5 because it really is for more fairer skin tones. So the first one that I do have here is my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow Face Sculpting and Highlight Kit. It looks like this. The outside is really pretty, nice and reflective, and then the inside looks like that. So I won't blind you, I'm sorry. It does come with a mirror. I do love both of these colors very, very much. This contour power is very neutral. It is not overly orange, it is not very ashy. It's very nice because it is right in the middle of the spectrum. The highlight shade as well is very nice. It is not overly glittery, it does not have a ton of fallout, and it is not chunky. These together look beautiful. I really love the bronzer because if you do pick up too much, you can blend it out and it will give you a really nice soft glow. You can bronze with it and you can contour with it. I find that it is easier to just bronze with this one. The highlight in this is a glow from within. It is not chunky, it is very subtle, and it is buildable, which I like about both of these because they are that way. I find this works best on fair, porcelain, and medium skin tones. For the darker girls, unfortunately, I don't think that this would be a good fit for you with the contour color. The highlight color would look absolutely gorgeous on darker skin tones and pretty much throughout all spectrums. Unfortunately, if you're buying it for just this, it's probably not going to be worth the price. Again, I will link all of the pricing and the links down below for you. Also, with this Charlotte Tilbury, this one actually the net weight is 16 grams. So the next one I want to talk about is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. This is the original one when it first came out. That was about 2.5 years ago. It comes with the standard 6 colors. This is not something that I created myself, that I bought it this way. You are now able to customize your own palette. I find it to be much better in controlling what you have in your palette and kind of widening the spectrum for more skin tones. It does not say on the back if it is made for fair skin tones. I'm assuming it's either fair to light skin tones. Obviously these colors are a lot lighter. It does come with more warmer tones here, more of the ashy tones here, the banana powder, and then some highlight colors. I do use this one here on the end underneath my contour. If I have gone too low, I use this one to set under my eyes, and I'll use this one for a highlight occasionally, but I do mix these guys together depending on how tan I am, if I have self tanner on, or if I'm pale as can be. And the Anastasia, each individual pan is 3 grams by itself. I do want to talk about an affordable brand for just a second. I am talking about the Highlight and Contour Pro palette from NYX. It looks like this. I don't want to blind you. There we go. It does look like this. It does come with some warmer shades and then some cooler tones, highlights, banana powder, and a more flesh tone color. Unfortunately, it does not tell me the total weight grams in this particular palette, but I would assume that it would be pretty comparable to the Anastasia because the pans are very similar size. So again, this is really nice. It does come with those warmer tones. I do tend to use more of the ashy and cool tones. It does come with a very strong white kind of pearlescent highlight. It comes with more flesh tones and the banana powder. I do really like this kit. I find that it's for $25. I believe that's what it retailed for, $25. It is very, very good. It blends out really nicely. It's not super chalky. It fits a lot of different skin tones, and the fact that you can buy the individuals, pop them out and pop them back in. Again, like the contour kit, you can customize this and buy it, or you can buy this one already made and then pop whatever one out and pop something else in. I do believe that there are blushes that you can actually pop in here as well. I think that was an addition later on, but I did get this when it first came out. So the next one that I want to talk about is not exactly a contour kit. This one is the Virtual Domination Cheek palette from NARS. It looks like this. It is still available on Ulta's website, which I didn't know that they carried NARS, but I guess that on the website itself, not in stores, it is available to you. This one comes with a Laguna bronzer, a highlight, and 3 cheek colors. I do like this a lot because it does have the Laguna bronzer in it, and I don't have an individual of the Laguna. I think that there are cheek and contour palettes that they make. I just happen to have this one and I love it. I take it traveling with me because I don't have to worry about a highlight, a contour, and my blushes are all in one palette, as well as a huge mirror. And again, I won't blind you with it. The highlight that's in this particular palette is called Miss Liberty. There is Deep Throat, Blush, Sex Fantasy, and Final Cut. This one is Deep Throat. This one is Final Cut, and this is Sex Fantasy. They do have racy names, but the actual product inside is lovely, and I have been loving this lately. I use it off camera a lot more, and the funny thing is it looks like I haven't even touched it, and there's so much product in here. What I'm reading on the back, the Laguna bronzer is 10 grams, and all of these 4 colors for the blushes and the highlight are 4.5 grams. That is a crap ton of product. I also do like it because the Laguna bronzer itself is not orange, and it can be used on more fair skin tones, as well as it being completely matte. So the last one in the top 5 that I want to talk about is, of course, the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This is the original. This is not the one where you can pop them out and pop new ones in. They did come out with that after I bought it, and I do have another backup of this one in particular because I wanted these 2 shades. As you can see, I panned them. I did buy a backup, and now that you can buy the one where you can pop them out, I'm kind of kicking myself. I do love this palette. It does come with a gigantic mirror. Again, I am trying not to blind you. It does come with a darker shade, a medium tone, and a lighter shade. The yellow banana powder, more of an orangey tone over here, and then it comes with a more flesh tone that matches me. And I use this for underneath the contour. I use this to set my eyes, and I rarely use this. If I do, I usually use this on my eyes, and the darker shade will be my crease color, is if I'm just taking this with me. I do use this as a eyeshadow palette as well as a face palette, so it is very versatile. The only thing I will say about these powders is there is a ton of pigment, so go very light-handed, don't go ham, because I have done that in the past and it was real stark. And they do have quite a bit of kick up. I feel like I am dusting off this palette quite often, but the thing is, I am in love with this palette. I think the pigmentation is fantastic, and anybody who's ever tried any of her palettes, her eyeshadow palettes, contour palettes, anything, is going to fall in love with the formulations. I definitely travel with this a lot, and I take it with me whenever we go to Vegas, or if we're going out of town. I'm going to Florida here very soon, and I'll be taking this with me as well. So my honorable mention for the very last little contour palette kit that I wanted to talk about today was from Freedom Makeup. This is a pro contour kit, and it looks like this. It's super compact, very small, and very great for travel. Again, I did take this with me when I went to Florida, and it worked out very well for me. Again, it comes with a cute little mirror, a very cute little mirror that I'm blinding you with. And it has more of a light shade and a yellow shade for setting. I use this for setting underneath the eyes. I use it on my eyelids as a shadow. I use this as a transition color in my crease, as well as bronzing all over my face. I don't use it much for contour just because it is quite light, and I don't feel like it gives me as much chiseled or hollowed out look that I'm going for as maybe one of the other kits. I take this with me traveling because I can use it for my eyes as well, and it does come in handy if you are traveling quite a bit, and they do come in, I think, 3 or 4 different colors. I will link everything down below for you, and I hope this was helpful for you if you were interested in getting any of these. But any one that you pick, you will love. They are very pigmented, very creamy, very easy to blend out, and they're foolproof if you are starting off. If you are someone who is just starting into makeup, my recommendation would be start with the NYX contour kit and work your way up to the big boys, because the contour kit itself is very affordable and it has great pigmentation, and it does hold strong and hold true to some of the more expensive brands. I love you guys so much. Thank you again for watching. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Facebook. Again, everything will be down below. If you have questions or would like to see a certain video, I love your comments and I do read them and respond back. So please go ahead and leave a comment down below. Give it a big thumbs up and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you and have a wonderful afternoon. Bye guys. Raymond. Hey, come here. This is every day. Let's see here, hold on. This one is for fair. Did you see that? He just headbutted me. See? Oh, you're so cute.